Hello, YouTube. Sorry I missed you for the last day or 2 days. I've just been really in a lot of pain, but today was a better day. My mom came out, which is really good because I needed some personal attention, like my hair washed, and although she couldn't style it for me, I had my daughter do it, so it's better than nothing, and it feels really good just having clean. And of course, just getting in the shower and getting, clean really good by someone is really good because I'm not able to do a lot of that myself. And I use peroxide for my hair because I'm losing a lot of, like the color. I would like to get it colored, but I really can't get it colored while I'm dealing with a flare. And also I'm losing my hair, so I have to be really careful about drying it out. But I just put some peroxide on it for about, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. And then I washed it with some Palmer's coconut oil shampoo and conditioner. And it just feels really, really healthy and good. As you can see, it's got still some gray, but the color on my ends where it was a little bit light already is really lightened up nicely. And even some of my roots got a little bit lighter. You can't really tell, but to get a little bit lighter. And I'm going to start using this more often and try to do it like once every 3 days, maybe a little less, but I'll just see how it works, to try to get this, coverage. But it's very light, does not show, like if you have dark hair, it's going to be harder to get done. So my tips were actually lighter, so putting it on my tips, it really got it nice and light, for the summer. And I didn't have to go and get expensive hair color done. So I'm happy about that. I just was talking to one of my best friends from junior high school, and we hadn't been in touch for a long, long time. I didn't even get to go to her wedding 20 years ago or her 20-year anniversary a couple of years ago, or maybe it was a year ago. So I was really surprised to see that she was calling me, but she just had surgery on her brain. It was benign, but she had a brain tumor. So we just kind of shared stories and talked about different things that we're dealing with. And basically it was nice, it was really nice just catching up and understanding that someone else is going through this. It really made a difference for me. And she said it made a difference for her too. And even though she's a registered nurse and she's a case manager as well, she was just like, I didn't realize all this stuff goes along. I knew it makes sense that lupus has all this stuff, but when you say that, you're on all these medications and you really need them, I didn't understand all that part. And she's not taking any medication. She had her surgery, I think, 2 weeks ago, almost 2.5 weeks ago, I think, and she is not even on any medication. It's a miracle. It's awesome, really, and I'm so happy for her. She has a very wonderful husband, wonderful children, and she was having some issues with some of her family members that were not being supportive, and I don't think she'd mind me saying that, but I was having the same issues, and it was nice hearing that someone else understands. And I think what mostly we try to remember is that, we think, why did God put us through this? And I think one of the things that we remember is that, God really does not give you a life without struggle, because you have to appreciate it. And those people who are not able to help those who are in need, I think it's their ignorance. That's all. It's just their ignorance. And it's really hard for me because I don't understand at all, why it's so difficult. Sorry, I'm getting ready to lose power, so I'm going to have to make this short. But it really is difficult for the patient when they're needing help, and it's hard to, you don't want to ask your husband every, day to bathe you or, clean up after you. You'd much rather have a female do it. And you don't want to have to ask your sons to, help you with that either. So I don't really put the blame on my sons or on my husband, but I want to teach my daughters better. I want to teach them to be there for people. And I was a caregiver in the hospital, and I remember doing all kinds of things for strangers that were my patients. And, I took joy in that because they were giving me the honor of caring for them. It was an honor, and the things I would have to do. I remember, you know, doing nasal gastric feedings and doing oral gastric feedings, and I remember changing diapers and, you know, giving enemas and patching up wounds that were just not really attractive in unattractive places. And I remember most of all them being so gracious about it and so thankful. And that's the same way I choose to be. Is I want to be thankful for those people who are helping me. My sister has been there for me like 3 days, and my mother was there 3 days, and my husband has been trying to help me the most he can, and my daughter has, and it's meant a lot. But then you have people who will just pray for you and say they're just thinking about me, or and literally not even stop by, and it just makes me think to myself, wow, I guess I didn't, treat them well, or I guess they don't realize how much I need them. But the truth of the matter is, most of the time they're just ignorant and they don't realize that it hurts you. And that it doesn't take a lot when you're already emotionally and physically drained and hurt to get hurt by other people. So just remember to be patient with those people and just try your hardest to just remember that sometimes it needs to be about you the same way that it's always about them, and that it's important. But when you have a chronic illness, it's a lot of constant asking for help. So sometimes you just don't want to ask. You're just like, I'm not going to ask. If they don't offer, I'm not going to ask. So anyway, my friend Melissa sent me a beautiful get well card, and she came and brought me the Eucharist last Sunday. And it was just wonderful to see her and sit with her and talk to her. But it was so great that she brought me, the bread of life, the body of Christ, and I was able to consume that, and I felt like I was going to be much better. Then a couple of days later, I started feeling bad again, and I just kept praying, Lord Jesus, take the pain away, take the pain away. So I have to remember the blessings that I have when I am feeling good. Like this moment, I feel pretty good, and I want to remember those people that were there for me. Also, I just want to say really quick, I really want to teach some of these doctors that you can't treat every patient as though they're the same. My doctor said that I just needed to take acetaminophen and codeine and another pain medicine, and that was it. Well, he didn't give me enough because he said 1 or 2 pills, so I was taking 2 pills. So by the time this, like, tomorrow runs up, I won't have any medication. And luckily, because I have lupus, I have some other, pain medications and inflammation medications. But, my thing is this, knowing that I would probably need a little more medication, because when you have lupus, you flare up whenever you're having surgery, and it's not as easy as a normal person. But, he didn't take that into account, and I luckily did not listen when he said have a regular diet. I went ahead and just had a soft diet, and I've lost 8 pounds now in 9 days, and hopefully this weekend I can lose another 2. And it's not outrageous to lose weight when you're, basically just eating a soft diet and water, a lot of water to keep yourself flushed, and a lot of green teas instead of going for lots of sugar in a drink. And it's really not surprising when you're just bringing down your calories. So, I just remember if I can do this now, I can continue doing this and, lose 30 pounds that I want to lose, or 40 pounds that I want to lose before my birthday in August. So sometimes I don't listen to the doctors. I just listen to my own, my own brain, and I remember what I need to do. So, like I said, some good lessons I've learned this week, and I will remember to forgive and forget. Well, maybe not always forget. Just because you forgive does not mean you have to forget. It's nice if you can, but if someone has hurt you deeply, I don't think the smart thing would be to forget. The smart thing would be to remember and forgive them. And that way you don't put yourself in the line of fire again. Well, thank you so much, YouTube. And please subscribe to my channel or like it. But remember that you are worth anyone's time. You are worth anyone's trouble. And you are worth more value, than you could possibly even imagine. Because oftentimes we forget to value ourselves first. When you put yourself above, other people, sometimes you need to do that. And it doesn't mean that you're selfish by doing that. Allow yourself to be selfish, especially when you're in pain, especially when you're suffering, because no one's going to feel what your body is feeling. Or if you're depressed, no one is going to feel the pain that you go through. So remember to look out for yourself and take care of yourself. Because God is always watching over you, and He wants you to do that. He wants you to be loved, beloved, and He wants you to love yourself. I say these things because I need to hear them. I say these things because I want my children to hear them. And anyone who I can touch while I'm saying these things in any way where they feel like I help them, I am very appreciative. So please, continue to listen. I'm going to try every day to post a video. And I hope that some of my things that I said inspires you.